Hello and welcome back, everybody. We're fixing to look at BK Nation's Twilight Acres map coming out. It's still got a little bit of hoarseness in my voice. As long as I don't raise my voice too loud, it should be okay. But we just want to mainly show you kind of like insiders access to the new improved Twilight Acres, as well as I'm going to put a little part on the end here of BK Nation's challenge. Her brother had challenged her to accomplish some really big tasks. And she said, I told her I was kind of up for challenges and stuff like that. So she gave me her brother's challenge. And I'm old style gamer. So this is a new style gaming for the challenge and everything. But I got it all done. And I lived through it. Took a while. Took a few months to get it done. But when it's for a friend, you do things. So I actually have it as its own separate video at the end. But right now I'm going to do a window view of the new Twilight Acres as it is right now. Changes can be made and will be made, I'm sure, along with testing and everything done on the map. And I'm going to be running my video on YouTube. You can see the episode right there at the bottom left and show you the differences. I'm going to let it play and stuff like that. And then we're going to kind of fly along with it. As you can see already, you own all of it, the map. I do not know if it's going to change. I have messaged her. It's just, like I said, it's still in testing and stuff right now and being built. So I do not know if that's a definite, whereas before it wasn't. You can see the field layouts is entirely different. This is just like, it's no longer Twilight anymore, period, because the map literally is not the same. Over here you had like 2 or 3 sell points here, one up here, your little main farms right here. And now it's nothing like that at all. Your main farm area is going to be down here on the bottom right. A lot of your sell points and stuff up here at the top. Your BGA is also down here at the bottom. This field that I'm in right now is massive. I mean, it's just massive. It is going to take a long time and a lot of hired help, or it's going to take some pretty insane equipment to get it done. But I'm just going to push play on this video, and then we're going to kind of follow along. And as I fly through it, so you can see it in this side-by-side comparison. And we will get started. Of course, in the video I'm going to be talking about all the different things about it, showing that it has jobs and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to be waiting a little bit for it. Off and on. But as you can see, we're in the middle of this great big field here. I'm actually in multiplayer in her previous map. In her previous map, where the silos was, the trigger did not show up, and the housing trigger didn't show up if using multiplayer mode. But if you start off in solo mode and then switch to multiplayer, everything was there and worked fine. As you can see, it has a really nice backdrop to it. It has the mountains. I like that for a border. You do have paved roads added to it. One big one up the middle. And I know when I was doing her challenge, Johnny and J&J kind of boosted a sprayer for me. And because the field's just massive, it takes a while to do them. So I tell you right now, a sprayer won't really work that well past 50 mile an hour. And he had it up to about 200 or 300 mile an hour, and it will get it across this map. You can get it up to some pretty insane speeds because it's just that big. So it definitely is a massive upgrade already. Before it just had a hill for the side. I mean, it's just actually looking like you're looking at a totally separate map. As they're going into in the video in the main farm area, this will be your main farm area over here. She's got a little pink tree in it. I like that. This is where the house is actually going to be on this map. Like I said, over here in this corner, she's got a little lake over here. That's nice. You do have plenty of storage. All your in-game placeables and stuff for your animals is over here as well. You do have the monster silos, and like I said, the BGA as well here. And she does have a railroad. I have not looked to see if it's functioning. Hopefully it is. But you see on this over here how it only had that one spot there. And actually, the sales rate was really good for that one. It was a lot higher than a sale point 150 is. So you still got massive farming as before, but it's got a lot more now in detail, like with the town and all that. Your town is up here. And a lot of your sell points and triggers. So you're going to get a much better feeling on the map as far as giving it some life and stuff. I actually, on her map, her first version, I actually put a bunch of trees and stuff. You'll see in the next video coming up here soon. I am curious to kind of see what all else she'll be adding in. I like the Tom Horton placeable here. But now you're going to have a lot more diversity as far as places to sell and things to do. Of course, your gas station here. I like it when rows do this. I'm not too much of a big fan on T's and squared off corner rows. Kind of like in this one over here. It's alright on a lot of maps, but in nature and stuff, there's a lot of curves and stuff. So stuff like this to me is an upgrade, even though it's just a slight upgrade for a road. I still like it. Here's your dealership here. So there's going to be a lot of improvements coming on this map compared to what it was. And another thing it's going to offer is for people that really likes massive farming. I mean, we're talking Western Australia or American Outback or something like this. This is going to dwarf a lot of those. Literally, you can just get in the field and stay there for possibly days on this one here. And if it's in potatoes, I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it at all. It's just too much for roots to me. I know doing a challenge, getting 50 million potatoes was insane, and then 50 million sweet potatoes. A lot of these fields you can join together. So just because you're divided by a row isn't going to mean much, because all that there can be combined. All this here can be combined. You're talking about some massive farming. And I do not know how much more she will be doing to it. Maybe some traffic splines and stuff. I did see a floating, but I actually like that kind of stuff in maps. Whenever you got maps that are being worked on, and it's hard to find on a map this size. Let's see, we got a little floating here. And whenever you got a map and build, you're going to have stuff like that. You're going to have floaties. You're going to have cars floating, trains floating. I've seen everything. I've seen buildings up in the sky, way up in the sky, and roads under map, and it's just kind of crazy how much actually that could be around. But that's why maps are tested. It's it's sometimes stuff is set there so they can copy and paste and grab from and work off of and stuff like that. So this right here, it means nothing negative to me. I actually kind of like it. It just shows some cool stuff about how a map is being built. So you're going to get to do, if you wanted to play Twilight before, you're going to have more reasons to play Twilight. And I have played Twilight Acres. I've put a ton of hours into it. And I'm actually going to go into it and show you that now. I'm going to get this side by side and get this desktop all covered up and put something at the top. And then I'm going to add the extra video on top of that here. But this is just for people to see kind of where she is so far and what's going on. I am going to send this to Mega for her to approve it when it's all done. And I love her artistic touch. Whenever she does a lot of stuff, it is so beautiful. And looking at this right here, that's just her, period. I mean, that's just her. I love it. So that's going to be it for as far as the preview of the map goes. And I'm going to show the BK's challenge now. And we're going to go from there. So, be right back. All right, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the insider look at BK Nation's new map she's got coming up. This is a little extra, a little something I want to show BK that I got done. This was so long. It's big farming. It's kind of out of my wheelhouse, but it's something that I promised I would do. Her brother challenged her, and then she challenged me. She said if I was up to the challenge, so yep, why not? So I do a little bit of gameplay like this. This is a bit more than I want to. I never hauled so many potatoes and beets and everything else in my entire life. It was it was a little bit much. So you can't use no money cheats, and I didn't. But I'm having trouble now that I installed season and took the seasons off. Nothing literally will grow now. So I'm just going to have to show that I've got my stuff because literally I can't do nothing now. But first thing I want to show is all my money. If you look right here, property income is zero. No signs, no nothing. The land had to be purchased and 15 mil out of the hole. As you can see, I got 45. I actually had 55. And I've let it go from day to night so many times and stuff. And rentals and everything else that it's actually come down. But if you look at on purchasing the land, I can't do it because it will lock up if I purchase them all. You got 1.7, so that's 2.7, 3, 4.5, 5.5, 5.8, around 6.3, 8.3, 8.4, 9.2, 10.2 plus 3, 10.5, 12.5, 12.7, right at 13, 14, 15.5, 16.5, 17.1, 17.7. Here's the big one. You got 27, so over 21, 22.5 or more. I already own this. So you got 24, 25.5, 26, 27, 28, blah, 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 29, 30, 31, 32. As you can see, I'm well above. I could buy every bit of the property, and this had to be full. Like I said, this is, all right, you got 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma. We're talking 50 million liters. And if you did that in 5 million liters at a time, you still can't get nothing done with this stuff. And it really don't grow that much. But I said I was also going to show something as far as money goes. I actually added a sell point 150 to give me a little bit of an edge on the money and stuff so I could do stuff. But even with the sell point 150, 1.5 times the normal price, you can see her prices, BK, your prices is more than I can get out of sell point 150. And even then, I still use the sell point 150 just because of its location. But like I said, I could not get crops to grow no more. I like just a little tick of cotton. This was in cotton. It would have more had it. I've already had it once. But as far as the growth, it's just not growing. Everything's been done. It's been fertilized. There's no weeds. It doesn't need lime, none of that stuff. And it is in fruit types. Seasons did something to mess it up, and I can't do a lot of the stuff that I did before, so I'm going to have to delete this save game file. It's the only thing I know. So not only did I do some stuff like that, but also, let me get up in here a little bit. I'd rather do that anyway. So I'll drive around a vehicle. As you can see, no income from the sheep at all. They're full. I didn't touch them after I finally put them in. And I even spruced up the neighborhood a little bit with a lot of trees and stuff instead of being blank. So I had some stuff to eat, kind of give it a little life, painted in a driveway. These things just literally goes on forever. These fields, they're massive, especially this one here. So, I mean, just one field is just unreal. I added a ton of trees around this property here. As you can see, there's a little bit of lag. Don't know why. It just started after I did seasons. Like I said, I've had all kinds of trouble after I took seasons mod and put it on and took it off. I had like 5 grass to silage over here. Like I said, this was full. This was full all except for just a little bit, and I ended up selling some. You can see there's some in the trailer. It's probably going to fill it there. And so I kind of did my touch. I wanted it to have more trees and stuff, but we got enough mods and stuff. All you need is a map that kind of gives you the experience you want. And if you want big farming, this thing is massive farming. I mean, massive. And it does need a little love with trees and stuff, but I mean, everywhere that I wanted it, I added it. Wasn't that big of a deal. It's a really good map for big farming. If you're in stuff like Western Australia and stuff like that, you're dead center of the map. You're not too far from the sale points. So it was fun, and I enjoyed doing it. I even put a little backdoor driveway in here, but since I was going to the sale point so much, I added that in there. And when I was coming to fields here, I can come in and drop off. The only issue with this is that if you start this board up in multiplayer, this will not be here. You won't be able to do anything, and you won't have a sleep trigger. So when you start your map up, if you play this map, just go to the solo player, put it in easy mode, start your game, immediately save it, exit out, and then go over to multiplayer and start it. And this will be here, and you'll be able to play multiplayer and play co-op with a friend or something. So anyway, I'm done with this challenge. Thank you for a challenge, BK. I hope everybody enjoyed the early access to map. I figure I'd throw this in and kind of push it to get it done. But I'm going back to Old Iron, and hope everybody enjoyed. Take care, have fun, be sure to like, share, subscribe. Take care, everybody.